Twitch chat saying Bright and Dark was a janky mess, but a beautiful one, lol. I feel like there's some really weird things about this map. Like, this whole area is so ugly, and this is way too narrow. We haven't seen the portals used yet. And this is weird high ground up here. This is criminal. This is criminal. This is like a tiny ass ramp. But, hey. I said yesterday I wasn't gonna flame the map too much. We also have to remember this map was made a long time ago. It was first played at WCA 2014, so it must have been made in like 2013, or maybe even earlier. Back then, map making was not as well developed. The rules and the ins and outs and the details weren't so established. The map making community, of course, has since then produced many masterpieces. Some of which we will be seeing today. Northern Isles, of course, made by the map-making community. Basically everything. Hammerfall, Trail of Exile, Turtle Rock, and Twisted... Oh, wait. Twisted Meadows is also community-made. A long time ago. Twisted Meadows, I think it was first made in like 2004 or something? 2005, maybe? Of course, has seen some updates over the years. Turtle Rock was actually Blizzard-made. Turtle Rock, one of the few really good maps that Blizzard ever made. Of course, that also had a couple of changes over the years to make it even better. It's still better than Amazonia. My dog. The town thing. Wholeheartedly agree. I think Amazonia might be the worst map we ever had in competitive. I think Ancient Isles was better than Amazonia. I think Plunder Isle was better than Amazonia. I hate Amazonia so much. What about Blizzard? Nullwood or Lost Temple? Also Blizzard made. Interesting, but not very good. With a few changes, they became quite good. At least LT. Nullwood never got an update. Demon Hunter, early harass here, by the way. Sorry for the distraction. Mainly focused on maps so far. Haven't really talked about the match too much. Demon Hunter TPing home. And the Mooj is looking pretty good. He's back in the green. Only a pair of gauntlets so far. That's not too great. The Sentry Ward, by the way, belongs to Colorful. So, he's got perfect vision of this expansion. A couple of hurt peasants retreating back home. Lots of hurt peasants, indeed, in the main base. We have an Arcane Tower here, even. To protect against possible staff play. But with the Demon having no... Oh, nice scout. Look at that. The Footy scouting the Demon. Wow, that's an intentional scout. The Footy was intentionally checking this avenue right here. CHAEMIKO known for his early game micro moves with blocks and surrounds. Demon now also with boots and circlet. And MK gonna be out of mana, probably for quite some time. Anke says Amazonia was an uncut gem. I'm about to cut your gem, Ankes. Get the hell out of here. It's a piece of shit of a map. An uncut gem might be something like Melting Valley. There was actually real potential there. Nomad Isles. That was an uncut gem. But Amazonia, you are on crack, mister. Oh, CHAEMIKO's taking a lot of losses. This is a lot of peasants going down in the end. Only a single one left at the expansion. At least that one was saved. I gotta say, Ankes, I'm pretty disappointed. Your view of what makes a good map is only about what's good for Night Elf. How selfish of you. You know, Two Rivers used to be a good map for Undead. That doesn't make it a good map. It's a shit map. Big delay in the expansion. Another peasant goes down. Oh, man. It seems to be a rough early game for CHAEMIKO. Meanwhile, we have a Tree of Life counter expansion. This one seems to be very, very safe. Can't imagine this one getting cancelled. But it's a destruction of the tower, even. Big yikes in this early game. MK has an Nimble Potion. He's gonna need it. And again, the stat monster that is the demon can trade amazingly early. Also with the Boots of Speed, very nimble to get in and out perfectly. No tech yet. CHAEMIKO's gonna have a long way to go to win this game. Kind of interesting about this map, by the way, as the name suggests, the name being bright and dark. There's a bright side and a dark side. And there is different creeps on the two sides, like more normal Lordaeron creeps on this side and like more undead and outworld creeps on the other side. It is mostly the same drops, but not everywhere the same drops, which is kind of weird and probably not very balanced. Here, for example, you get sentry boards, and down here you get claws. It's kind of weird that these voice lines are so different for this pick.
Players' forces are under attack.
It's a little jarring. Okay, Ankit, what are you saying? I actually think a lot of maps could have been good with small changes, but things like fountains just don't work very well usually. Agree on the first point. Many maps could have been made pretty good, as we've seen from Lost Temple, I would say. Secondly, I think fountains are not as big a deal as people make it out to be. Simon B with the resub. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think fountains are way less of a problem than people make it out to be. If they're well implemented. Of course, they have to be, you know, approachable by both players. They have to be heavily protected by a strong creep camp. They can't be too easily accessible early on, all that. But one of the best balanced map ever had two fountains. Concealed Hill. Say what you want about Concealed Hill. One of the most balanced map of all times. I think... Thank you, Lieutenant Frank Drebin with the resub. For years and years, Concealed Hill was like the one map that would almost never get vetoed anywhere. I might be forgetting one or two matchups, maybe? But it basically was never vetoed anywhere. I'm thinking about the matchups right now. I feel like it was kind of bad for Orc versus Undead, because the item quality there was pretty low. But we still saw it played a lot. Yeah, I think Concealed Hill was always balanced for everybody. Let's see if anybody's gonna disagree with me in the chat. Mystic saying Concealed Hill is gone, unfortunately. It's not gone entirely. We see it still in some tournaments. I think it's okay, though, to be gone. This was, like, in every map pool, in every tournament from, like, 2015 until this year, basically. 10 years straight of Concealed Hill. Which wasn't bad. Like I said, it was a phenomenally well-balanced map. But, you know, I feel like we want to also keep things fresh, and... I'm always a big fan of new maps. Oh, GNL Bear caught. This would be a big kill, but he can save it with the heal scroll. Yeah, Colorful's absolutely dominating this game so far. Chat saying Secret Valley used to be fun. Carson agrees with you. I think Carson's a big fan of Secret Valley. I hate Secret Valley. I don't even know exactly why. To be honest, it I hate the map though. I hate it. I hate it so much. Maybe undeserving. I can't even really articulate why. Yeah, this game is looking absolutely amazing for Colorful and absolutely terrible for CHAEMIKO. He has taken so much damage to this game. Naga and Demon are way ahead on experience. And the late game is neither favored as it is already. Doesn't matter what the human builds. If it's tier 3 casters, tier 2 caster rifles, triple hero, dual hero. Night Elf can always make the same thing. Demon, Dryad, Bears, and upgrades. Lots and lots of upgrades. Admittedly, it is different when there's mass air. Human can also play mass air. Then the Bears don't do too well. Okay, here's an interesting rune, by the way. Rune of Greater Resurrection. Ah, wait. It's here somewhere, right? Wait, it was here last time. There it is. Is he gonna use it? So this resurrects your own units. So this rune also makes absolutely no sense. You could kill your own units here and then res them here. Because it does need corpses. Yeah, so it's kind of an unusable rune. Unless you happen to have a fight right there at that time when you're creeping this. Nice Ultra Vision advantage for Colorful right now. It's gonna be another breaker picked off. So many kills for him. Trying to escape, but he can't make it. Seems to be a really good map for Night of Counter expansion, by the way. If you put the tree here like we saw earlier, it's so hard to get to and cancel. Seems to be in a very well fortified position, or at least, you know, somewhat hidden. Far away position. MK with a Tome of Retraining. Clap Blizzard indeed has high potential, but that's where the Demon Hunter comes in. He's gonna have that wonderful, wonderful mana burn to stop a lot of those spells.
Players' forces are under attack.
Upgrades are kind of low so far for Colorful. Ah, he's doing it well though. At nighttime, again, Ultra Vision advantage. Looking again for the Creep Jack. Oh, there's no TP here, by the way. This might be GG right here, right now. MK gonna get in one clap. Has to use the Invo Potion here to not get burned. Oh. Did get burned though, unfortunately. One more clap is in. MK had lots of mana, actually, from these items. Ooh, look at the militia getting absolutely rocked. Have any bears died so far? I don't think so. There doesn't even seem to be any slow. Where's all the slow? I guess the Dryads are dispelling it. The Dryads are keeping up with the Sorg mana. That normally never happens. Of course, it all comes back to a very bad early game. For CHAEMIKO, obviously. This game was doomed since like minute 5 or something. CHAEMIKO does hold though, he doesn't break yet. Oh, but perhaps now he will, with the demon staffing back in. Full HP, full mana, baby! Let's go for the next round. GG. It's called. And Colorful takes map 1. You know, we saw last year, there was a game where Sock on Turtle Rock crept the, like the red camp corner first with militia, pulling out the creep, surrounding it and stuff. And that worked really well. He got claws plus 12. So like 3 minutes into the game, he had level 2 Archmage with claws plus 12. And as you might imagine, he won that game. Of course, if that gets scouted though, and you get creep jacked, it's instant GG. So it's a bit of a risk. Demon going for the fast level 2. Crippin' 2 camps quickly. Ooh, the footy. If he stole the last hit, that would have been amazing. Decent items for the demon. Not perfect, but pretty good. AM with a claws plus 8. I think that's the perfect item for him, actually. I think that's amazing when it comes to dealing with the demon, which will be his task. Remo, do you have a favorite player? Yes, I have 2 favorite players, Happy and Lynn. I think when they play their best, it is unbelievable what they can do. And Happy plays his best most of the time, which is even more insane. Lynn is a bit more inconsistent. What about Colorful? He's a pretty good player, but not one of my favorites. Favorite Night Elf player? Moon. I mean, I like the creative Night Elves way more. I loved Moon and Lawlight and Foggy in their heyday. But the meta right now isn't really good for creativity, isn't really good for innovation. The meta right now is all about execution. So it's Demon Hunter, Bear, Dryad, Micro every day, every game. Which, you know, it's a bit of a different taste. There was also this orc that was promising, but then he quit. Yeah, his name was Hug. Hug was really good. Hug came up with a perfect counter to the Keeper meta back then. With Grunt Shaman, Serpent Wards, armor upgrades.
A player's forces are under attack.
Pretty early counter expansion by Colorful. I've noticed that CHAEMIKO places his expansion different from many other humans. Every other human puts the expo here, and then builds a wall here. CHAEMIKO does it the other way around. I'm not saying this is worse. For real. I'm just saying it's different. Much cleaner early game for CHAEMIKO. Much better position. This early game, not a single peasant died. It's great news for the human. Chat saying they can't wait to see more LT2 games. Me too, buddy. Me too. I got a feeling though, most Night Elves are gonna be vetoing LT2.
Player's forces are under attack.
Now we got the Tree of Life moving. Expo cleared already. It seems like it's very safe early Expo plays by both players. Good builds by both of them. Not exposing themselves to any kind of real danger. Question is, what's CHAEMIKO gonna play on tier 2? Is it gonna be tier 2 all-in rifle caster? That would be the most common follow-up. That is kind of what I'm expecting. We're seeing the MK second, double sanctum. Indeed, looking very normal so far. Colorful going for a shredder as well, so he's heavily, heavily investing in macro. 1,000 gold. No, wait, that's not true. That's not true. More like 750 gold for the exponent shredder. Thank you, LeCrest Fallen, with a bit redemption. He's asking, do we see Night Elves dying today? We're gonna see at least one Night Elf die today. In the Night Elf Mirror, later in the day, Life versus Dice. Life, the big favorite, #1 Night Elf in the world right now. But Colorful so far is looking very good in this series. Very, very convincing one-sided win on map 1. And also good position it seems to be here so far on map 2. Protecting the entangled as well. No danger of that one going down. And I like the sentry wards by Colorful. Giving him great vision, seeing what his opponent is up to. I think if CHAEMIKO wants to fight here in the middle, he needs to bring Militia.
A player's forces are under attack.
None have been called so far. Supply is dead even. This is great news for Colorful. He kept even in supply. Tier 3 finishing up. Bears coming next. Seems to be a wonderful position for the Night Elf. Now CHAEMIKO starting to take a supply lead. Big item right here. Big item. Big last hit. Has to use the Stormbolt on something. Oh! Fork Lightning for the steal. Very nice. That's level 3 for the Demon. Here comes the Militia now. Stormbolt on the Demon Hunter. But not much damage really against him here. Militia could try to do it, but they would be taking lots of damage from the Immolation in turn. AM, he's the one taking a lot of damage right away. Ooh, TP necessary, surely. 2 hit points. Barely he gets away. Demon now low HP, but guess what? The Rejuve is coming in just at the right time. MK has the big mana potion. That's pretty good, but the levels for CHAEMIKO are still terrible. 2 and 1 only. Looking to change that now with 1 or 2 more camps. Colorful, very active. Always trying to interrupt the opponent and do what damage he can. MK, really tanky items, I like that. But double level 3 is very nice now for Colorful. He's trying to make sure to take a fight at the wrong time, because suddenly the human army has grown quite big. Some reinforcements still in queue. Wait, is that level 2 Brilliance aura? Oh, it is. Level 2 Brilliance. Bit of a CHAEMIKO special. And I don't mind it, really. Considering, of course, against Dryads. At some point, he will want to retrain into Blizzard anyways. At level 4, I imagine. The magic here even coming in for a cheeky mana burn. Seems like there should have been a Stormbolt there. Breaker trying to steal the Rejuve, but not quite in range. Now it's nighttime. This is big vision advantage now for the Night Elf. Good mana burn. Again, no Stormbolt punish. CHAEMIKO seems to be a little bit offbeat with his army movement here. MK completely dry already. And if CHAEMIKO wants to push for real, he certainly needs some heal scrolls. Going for more upgrades. Adept training, blacksmith upgrades. It's giving Colorful lots of time to build up his big bear army. Upgrades on bears, dryads would also be really, really good. Colorful going up to the shop to make sure he gets the heal scrolls. There's no really big other reason to go so far from the expo right now, I would think. Alright, this is it. 80 supply, death ball, push. If this push doesn't work, then Colorful should be far ahead in this game. Militia coming from the main base. There's the Tome of Retraining. He even has a mana potion for the AM. Very rare to see. But only a single heal scroll. On the Night Elf, we have also only one heal scroll, which I find very surprising. First Blizzard. Not doing that much damage, really. CHAEMIKO quickly has to kite away. If he plays perfect with the Invis, that would be amazing. Clap. Did he retrain for Clap, by the way? I'm not sure. Mana burn on the MK. But he has Invo Potion. He can Clap again. This MK has been doing really well so far. Stormbolt again. I think a Clap might have been better right there. But now, lots of units hurt. Mana Potion on the AM. He's got more mana now for the Blizzard. One bear going down. Healer Ward in the back. Also really good. Heal Scroll was already used, though. A shop now being made. Love to see that as well. You can go for more mana potions and regen scroll. But there's no mortar teams in this attack, so not really much damage, or not that much damage against the buildings. Human levels are still really low. Thank you very much to Flip with the resub. Very kind words. Wonderful to have you here. Don't worry. We're not going nowhere. I am now out of mana. There's no Blizzard anymore. The bears all looking very healthy. Good mana burn again. Mana burn over and over and over. Here's a Blizzard. Caster is too far away. And a successful hold by Colorful. Looking for as many kills as he can on the way out. Didn't get that many, but it's got a big army. Huge army. The Dryad Bears, as always, working so well together. Honestly, Colorful is looking so solid at the moment. Looking very superior to CHAEMIKO so far. Oh, CHAEMIKO did start tier 3 though. That might change some things. Got level 3 MK as well. This army with master training can indeed be very impressive. It is very hard to micro perfectly, however. Colorful again, out on the map. Honestly, he's not even that high level. Have you guys also heard about this trend that when people use ChatGPT to send messages, ChatGPT says honestly all the time, honestly and honestly. Now whenever I hear and honestly, I'm wondering, is that ChatGPT? Am I casting with ChatGPT? I hope not. I am not level 4 yet is a problem. Now he's got it though. He's got it. Finally. Oh, got some casters being caught in the back. If he only loses one sword here, then that's a good escape. And indeed, away he is. Oh, misclick on the Invo Potion. I guess he was... what was he doing? I think he was trying to use the Crystal Ball. Yeah. Oopsie. Twitch chatter saying... Inner fire plus staff plus pally is GG for the human. My friend, it seems like you haven't seen enough games of dryads and bears and demon hunter. The great thing about dryads and bears is you don't need to make anything else. It counters everything. Just dryads and bears and upgrades and mana burn, and that's all you need. This expansion now looking very attackable though. Colorful also rich. Hasn't lost anything in a long time. He's gonna have 3/3 upgrades soon. He even did make an Ancient of Wind for 1 fairy. And guess what he's making? More bears. Yes, sir. Yeah, I think CHAEMIKO needs 100 supply to actually have a chance in this fight. I don't think that army is good enough. Stonebolt, clap. You could use Invis now. Oh, it's a nice touch. Ideally, there should be detection here for the Night Elf. Demon, though, does get into the back. Heal Scroll forced out early. That was the first one. Oh, nice Invo Potion, dodging the Stormbolt. MK ready with the Invuln and Mana Potion. Clap Blizzard doing pretty well here. Demon Hunter still largely untouched, though, I think we can say. Where is the slow, by the way? Shouldn't there be more slow? I wonder. TP out. Another fight that goes to Colorful. But it was pretty close. Pretty close. Even exchange, I suppose. The thing is, this expo is running out sooner than the other one. CHAEMIKO has not much time left. Not much rope left. Wait, he turned off slow on the Sorks? Really? I mean, they are full mana. The Sorks are full mana! Girls! Is he trying to use Polymorph, maybe? Okay, that's a gigantic mistake. You need to use slow or Polymorph. This is the last try. 2 more heal scrolls. 1 more round of invulns. 3rd attack upgrade, by the way, for the rifles. And mortar teams. Breakers with 2/3 upgrades. Why wouldn't you get a Potom now? Ina asks. Yeah, true. Potom would be amazing here with Owl. And also to carry an orb. But Ina, you gotta remember, the Night Elves want to make bears. They want to make bears, 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 and upgrades, and bears. And bears, and upgrades, and more bears. So, they're not always thinking about the Potom, you know? Three upgrades now on the bears. We got them maxed out. Ah, good point. The fairies. He had slow turned off because of the fairies. Yeah, true. Makes this very hard to micro army for the human, even harder to micro. preemptive rejuve on the ferries. That's pretty cool. They're healing up now, and they're impossible to kill, basically. Oh, I say that, and the first one dies. Lamau. Clap. Blizzard. Big damage here now. Rifles have to kill this ferry. Okay, they're also very hurt. There's so many things to manage for the human. Of course, this fight quite a bit easier to take for the Night Elf. But if the human does it perfectly, maybe he can out-sustain this Night Elf army. Demon Hunter hurt, by the way. But the staff must surely be ready for him specifically. Shredder also about to fall. AM level 5. Hold on. The last breath for... Wait, Demon died! He didn't staff him? How did he even die? What the hell? Man, CHAEMIKO. Fighting with everything he has. The last bit of money. I thought Colorful had persevered.
Town is under siege.
Losing the Demon Hunter, of course, very big mistake, but he is back from the tavern, and thanks to the Moonwells, he heals immediately. That's nice. Expo goes down, big kill. Now we're on even footing. MK level 5, but he's got no mana. And now what? Supply lead on the human. Oh, Moonwell kills here would be so big. Mortar shots are not doing that much damage here. He's trying to hit them all, but ends up not doing any damage to any of them. Demon Hunter surprisingly low level. We're used to seeing the demon now in level 5. That would be much stronger. Blizzard doing decent damage again! And killed again! Mana potion clap! Demon dead again! Still no staff! B2W rip! And GG! Damn. This version of LT looks very different. Yeah, I introduced it yesterday already twice, but I can quickly go through all the changes again. So firstly, it's cross-spawn always, which is the most important thing, thank God. And it is indeed a warden, by the way. We have a bigger ramp at the main. There's a few more trees in the back, because there used to be very few in the past. This little green camp here was moved to not be in the way anymore. Now it's here. It's a little tiny bit harder, and now it drops slippers. And then there were 2 camps added. This is a very big change. Camp added here. This is like 200 experience. Another camp here, also 200 experience. And of course the shop was moved. Shop was moved from the far outside corner more into the middle, and it was replaced with a merc camp. And oh yeah, also in the corner here, this camp was completely changed. This used to drop Ring of Regen. Now it drops Staff of Silence, and it's a big red camp. Have you ever seen pro players fast expand and tech on their expand instead of the main base? That way they can use militia and expand on it too. Yes, we do see that rarely. For example, on last map, it didn't look impossible since human expand was finished in time before any action. Yeah, rarely seen. Normally the humans don't want to do it because at the expo you're more likely to lose your workers. And if you're teching there, you can't remake your workers. This was not a good creep at all by Colorful, by the way. What the hell? Wait. Why didn't the Ancient of War creep? I think he doesn't know if he can Ancient of War creep or not on this map. The answer is he can. We tested it many times on all positions. Yeah, that's a pretty bad start for... Excuse me? He's leaving the item behind as well. What is going on right now? What? Is this a bot playing? I mean, not really, but... It's very strange. Why doesn't the colorful command work? Yeah, I don't know why either. It seems like the Muddy Bot is on vacation or something. Human Expo, of course. Up nice and early. Tree of Life will be finishing. And guess what? There's a ring right there. Ring for free. AM, is he gonna... He's also leaving it behind. What is going on right now?
A player's forces are under attack.
What is happening? Full inventory? Yeah, sure, but the ring is way better than the little ring. Ring of Protection. Warden trying desperately to get level 3, and she's got it now, finally. Could TP home now. And needs to.
A player's forces are under attack.
I feel like humans need to figure out how to get the Shredder here safely. It's not that easy with the red camp there protecting it. Oh, nice block on the water elemental. Oh, wait. It did reach, however, in the end, so... Might be a cancel on the Hunter's Hall, ultimately. Oh, it is! Ooh! That's a big cancel. Big yikes! AM staffing over to the Footman. You can also look to cancel the Entangled down here. AM, by the way, surprisingly tanky with the items that he picked up.
Forces are under attack.
Not a good start for Colorful so far, but he has a great comeback hero. If there is a hero that can come back from almost any position, it's the Warden if she gets level 5, if she gets level 6. Her potential is almost limitless.
Under siege.
Now we got the level 4. Warden has still, or has been holding on to skill points and still holding on to skill points. But CHAEMIKO is dominating this early game so far. And part of that has to do with the fact that this creep was so poor for Colorful.
Under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
AM staffing into the main base, trying to delay the lowers even more. But he is now very hurt. This will have to be a TP out in the end. Trying to get this cancelled for real. Ooh, dangerous now. Warden ready with a blink. Shadow Strike. Pump fake in that case. Alright, AM playing on the edge. Get the shop up. Healing immediately. And it seems like he's thinking about the Shredder with a footy up here.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, we're going tier 3 already. Oh, this might be a long tank game, fellas. Alright, here is the Shredder. MK level 2. Medallion of Courage is amazing for the MK. That is such a good item, such an amazing item for him. Absolutely lovely. Going for a Zeppelin as well. Warden continuing on with the creep.
A player's forces are under attack.
You know what I'm thinking? It might not be bad if there was like 2 trees here. To make Agent of War easier here. Yeah, that would be nice. It's gonna be a full-blown tanks game. First 2 tanks on the way. Already we have a Zeppelin in the main base trying to protect against the Warden. We're going for double Zeppelin. Okay. We as casters call for this often. Double Zeppelin to have counter against the Warden. It's rarely seen. Of course, it's pretty expensive. Oh, it's Shadow Strike so far. That is a TP required. TP. Oh, Invuln first. Okay. I mean, Invis. Okay. Alright. I guess TP not required in the end. The most important thing for Night Elf, excuse me, against human when facing tanks is to not allow a third base. This third base is the crucial thing to prevent, while also defending the tanks.
Forces are under attack.
So there should be normally more wisps out on the map. You will notice that Colorful has no wisps anywhere. This is also probably because of this being a new map. You're not really used to the timings yet and the scout patterns. Here's the panda now. And the Warden will check the expansion. She can kill these peasants with ease. But some towers will finish. MK already level 3. Good experience on him. Colorful leaving a ton of items on the ground. Warden by herself. Stopping the third base so far. We got a pally coming. We got some knights joining. Middle fountain hasn't been taken yet. Despool. Water Elemental still being taken care of pretty quickly. We got tanks in the main base as well. Oh, another panda in trouble next. But the rejuve might be just enough to save him. And the Warden successfully stops the expansion all by herself. Very, very important move by Colorful here. Has to put a wisp up here though. There really should be somebody scouting. Staff being used. If this game goes long, 3 staffs are absolutely a possibility. Normally I just want to keep some bears in the main base to protect against tanks. Colorful isn't really familiar with this map playing against tanks, but he's very familiar with playing against tanks on Twisted, which is fairly similar.
The player's forces are under attack. Town is under siege.
Here we have the peasants moving out again. The Warden. Now going to join into the middle. If the Warden joins, this fight easily goes to the Night Elf. Might give him the fountain as well. But meanwhile, tanks are doing damage to the infrastructure.
A player's forces are under attack.
The Warden is now in. This is the time for CHAEMIKO to back away. One would think, at least. Tanks so far, not well upgraded. They're trying to create space, of course. Trying to get that third base started. It's all about the third base. Oh, the Warden. Pretty dangerous. Can't you get the kill? One more fan. Oh, Stormbolt first. Blink. Where's the fan? What the hell? Oh, Bash! Oh, but there's Blink, of course. But she's far away from the Moonwells here for a long time.
The town is under siege.
Panda has to cancel the expansion. Somebody has to do it. The Warden right now just running on home. A couple of Mooners went down. Oh, even the Entangled went down, in fact. And by the way, the lumber is low for Colorful. He never got that shredder. Which is a problem. Cannon tower being upgraded along with some other towers up here. Warden making slow steps towards level 6. Bear is left behind against the tanks, but now the human army shows up. CHAEMIKO doing this pretty well at the moment. Towers cancelled, but the peasants... Ah, one bear left behind. Not sure if this was intentional, but if it was, then very well done. Broken Haze, a Breath of Fire in the main base. Still more tanks. Where's the Warden? There she is. Joining the effort. Almost killing the Pally. Gonna force that staff and TP out. Good escape by CHAEMIKO. Few losses for him here. And immediately healing again. And going for that second staff. Now he's got 2 staffs. Perhaps soon gonna be triple staff. And still only 2 bases each. Getting 2 bases is very easy on LT. Getting a third base seems to be a lot harder. Seems like this base might be the easiest to hold on to, being so far tucked away in the corner.
The town is under siege.
Oh, Warden getting caught with a Stormbolt, taking quite a bit of damage. Feather Knives, though, killing both peasants. And now she's very close to 6. Good level up for the AM. Now we get the level 2 Brilliance for all the heroes. Cheeky little steal on the rejuve. The Warden... I mean, somebody has to cancel these towers. Surely. Gonna be double Arcane up here. This is gonna be very annoying for the Warden. If CHAEMIKO gets up to third base, I see him as favored. But the standing army right now is way better for Colorful. Way better. Of course, much of CHAEMIKO's supply is also tied up in tanks. We got 1 over here, 2 over here. It's not that many tanks, to be honest.
A player's forces are under attack.
Do you guys remember when tanks used to be 3 supply? And they used to give 60 experience only? That was some BS. Panda Breath of Fire, of course, the right weapon for the tanks if he reaches, but the Panda Breath AoE nowadays lots lower, as we know.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
We do have a bunch of towers up here now. Still no third, and the Warden very, very close to level 6. Just a few kills away now. But more peasants coming in. Is this gonna be finally the third base finishing?
A player's forces are under attack.
CHAEMIKO very low on peasants, but still has decent lumber. Needs to make some more peasants here, by the way. He's only mining with 2 at the moment. CHAEMIKO needs to distract for about a minute here, maybe 2 minutes, and then this expansion will be done. Can he distract long enough? Gonna have to back away from this main base pretty soon. Knights, of course, nicely tanky. They're all surviving, so does the bear. The fact that there's no wisp up here is very strange. Expo not done just yet. Ooh, having the Zeppelin here, though, is great. This is a great touch. How quick is the reaction? Very quick, actually. Warden can't Shadow Melt either, because we have Arcane Magic Sentry. He might have made a Sanctum just for Magic Sentry, actually. Ooh, a lot of damage at the Warden. Wait. Wait. Is she dead? No. Okay. Orb of Slow doesn't last long. Wasn't quite sure how long it lasted. Now we get the panda creeping up here in the corner. Like I said, this is the Staff of Silence drop. Pendant of Mana would also be crazy good for the Warden. Gem of Health would actually be pretty good, I would say. Now we're seeing some aviaries being made. The Warden this whole time never harassed the peasants anywhere. The main has expired, by the way. Panda, what do you get? Spell Shield. Ooh, that's sick, actually. That might be the best. I forgot about the Spell Shield. Put that on the Warden. She never has to fear the Stormbolt. That is so good.
The player's forces are under attack.
Third base mining. Grenades with the fire. Big damage against those knights immediately. The Warden still no level 6. Such a long game. Warden still no level 6, but she's about to get it. Blink. Fan. Oh, those knights taking so much damage. Triple staff and TP out. CHAEMIKO trying to keep his units alive. Back to the expansion he goes. Needs to go back to a shop, however. CHAEMIKO again. Mining imperfectly over at the natural. There's another shop coming like that. Yeah, it certainly seems like CHAEMIKO needs some more damage, some magic damage against the bears. Wait, he doesn't have clap. He doesn't have clap! Surely you need clap. Nice Zeppelin play, by the way, saving all those hurt peasants. CHAEMIKO wants to make sure that there's no expansion coming up in the top right. What are the other two gold mine camps? The huge ones here, bottom right, top left, they are the same. The golems and the drags, or the dragons. Drakes, I guess. CHAEMIKO can certainly not take a fight right now. He's trying to buy time again. TP out. Breaker's magic immune. Good escape. He's missing a big level up on the pally. No level 3 on him yet.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh! One knight caught. Little careless there by CHAEMIKO. The rally point. Not properly placed. And all the staffs on cooldown at the moment. MK now has the staff. And the Warden trying to finally find some vulnerable peasants, but she never can. She can use the ult though. She can take out the tower, and she can't stop the mining. Okay. That's one mining base down. Both players down to only one mining base now. I don't know how CHAEMIKO is going to kill these dryads, by the way. That seems to be a bit rough at the moment. Tree of Life next to scout towers coming up, but I feel like these peasants won't be staying here for too much longer. We got a bear and a dryad sent over.
The town is under siege.
Oh, one bear almost going down, but not quite. Oh, here we are. Big red camp. Never mind. Back we go. This camp has crazy drops. Like Infernal Stone and Scroll of Resurrection. We have not seen that being taken yet. Avatar of Vengeance still over at the expansion. Peasants cannot start the mining. If CHAEMIKO fights next to the towers, he's gonna win that fight. But fighting away from the towers, don't think he will. He needs that Pally level 3 very bad. And he also needs Clap badly, doesn't he? I think he does. Clap is amazing against bears. Peasant drop in the main base, maybe? Not much to be done there, though. Oh, colorful, ready to chase all the way to the island. We call this an island because once upon a time there used to be no path here. And you could only get to the island with a Zeppelin. This was changed a long time ago, not with LT 2.0, but even before that.
The town is under siege. A player's
Natural is going down. CHAEMIKO trying to set up a base up here again, where the Tree of Eternity is moving next. Okay. Big experience. Should be enough for Pally 3. Wait. Maybe not. What's the item? What's the item? What's the item? What's the item? Scepter of Mastery. With that, he can steal a bear. It could be kind of sick, actually. With staffs to save the bear as well. Importantly, it was not enough for Pally level 3, though. Seems like CHAEMIKO has been on the run for the longest time here. Losing lots of infrastructure at the expansion. It might come down all to this now. Roar on this army could be huge, by the way. I guess he can steal the roar with the breakers anyways. CHAEMIKO still not intending to take a fight. We got one mortar team and one shredder down here for some reason.
forces are under attack.
Still a very big Night Elf army. Still very well upgraded. Still no pally level up. Oh, the Warden! Oh! Oh my god! Ooh, she almost died! I am also taking lots of damage. Enjoying a holy light though. Ooh, close call for the warden. That would have been a huge kill. Would have been immense experience. Is there another? No. There's no Griffin area left anymore. And now Tree of Eternity mining. Colorful is rich. Moving well with the bears, by the way. Positioning himself well on the map. Defended the tanks well also. At long last, we're gonna get Pally level 3. Finally. Big level up right there. Thank you, Pickles, with the resub. Okay. 2 mortar teams inside the Zeppelin. They're supposed to kill all of the Dryads, of which there are many. Colorful with the huge bank. CHAEMIKO doesn't have one. Not having clap, I gotta say, it seems like a big mistake.
Players' forces are under attack.
Oh, whoops. Mortar team and Griffin kind of getting caught here, middle of the map, sort of. Colorful, is he gonna TP to the expansion? I would certainly think so. Warden checking the corner, no expo there. Panda TPing, Warden staffing. Is this gonna be it? Blink fan immediately coming in. Frag shots can be doing some decent damage here. Pally a bit late on the holy lights. He needs those holy lights. There's one. Shredder in the fight as well. Everything being brought for this big attack. Some Dryads are missing. Second heal scroll used, but the Warden has the next found eyes ready in a moment. Nice Zeppelin play as well. By the way, he stole a bear, but he didn't live long. The Warden, so hurt, by the way. 20 hit points, barely gets away. MK, meanwhile, he's full mana still. The Panda got level 6, and we have Earth, Storm, and Fire as well. The big ultimate towards the end. Bears seem to be all gone, but the Dryads are still here. The Night of Heroes are still here. The Tree of Eternity is still here. Warden back in the main base. Of course, she easily healed up. Ooh, Archmage. Low HP. Man, imagine if he had Clap, by the way. Clap would have been so sick here. He's trying to kill the Panda Brewlings. Stormbolt on the Warden, but she should be okay. She can still blink away. Panda ult over. It fully ran through. Panda now low mana. Warden blinking in. Warden in trouble. Warden is stabbed. But she's over here. She's very hurt. She's staffing away. We're beaming all over the place. Oh, and wouldn't you know it, we got a bunch of moon juice down there. TP home by CHAEMIKO. He kept the heroes alive, but everything else is dead. Still mining from the expansion, but that was insane losses. Even we got triple agent of wind meanwhile, by the way. Hippogriffs, which are not needed anymore because the ear is now gone. I think the big mistake here is no clap. I'm sorry that I have to say it again and again, but I really think that is a big error. The bash has been kind of nice against the Warden. But did he ever kill the Warden? No. Against the Dryads, it's also nice, I will admit. Double level 6 Night of Heroes, crazy upgrades. And not just Dryad Bears this game, guess what? We even have Hippogriffs. Phenomenal position now for Colorful. Especially considering how bad this game started, remember? He crept this camp without Ancient of War creep. Left the ring behind. was a very, very weird start. This gold mine also being cleared. Big item, lion horn. That's decent. Oh, Pally. Picking up the items. Oh, that might cost him. He doesn't have Divine Shield. It's a 30 supply lead. And double ultimates. And of course, those line of ultimates are amazing. You can get lots of value out of the staffs, at least. Steal on the rejuve. Didn't end up anywhere on the human, weirdly. Okay. Ah! He stole the roar, I see. When there's rejuve and roar on a hero, the first thing that gets stolen is roar. So you need to steal twice if you want to get the rejuve.
The player's forces are under attack.
There's still one griffin alive, surprisingly, thanks to staff play earlier, but might not be alive much longer. And I was thinking about his own attack, but he's actually coming home for the defense. Both heroes about to hit level 7. If the AM was level 6, with mass teleport, you never know what could happen. By the way, meanwhile, we did get an expansion up here. 36 minutes we are into this map. And we're not done yet.
Player's force is under attack.
Oh, how quick is the reaction with the Zeppelin? Ah, pretty good. Save lots of peasants again, but we now have an Avatar of Vengeance here. CHAEMIKO hoping now to take a good fight against the Knight of Army when the Warden isn't here. But it's also a level 6 panda. Archmage has to TP away. Holy Light was on cooldown there for a moment. And he did in fact make some more tanks. Oh, the hippogriffs though, they know what's up. More Trees of Life being set up.
Player's forces are under attack.
And for once, up here, there is no Zeppelin to protect the peasants. CHAEMIKO did a great job protecting those peasants for so long, this entire game, but now they are free fodder. And the Avatar of Vengeance can easily summon the invulnerable spirits. Take out the expansion over time. But there's still some money for CHAEMIKO. He's making more tanks. Lots of tanks. 1-2 upgrades on those. Warden harassing 2 expansions at the same time. This is, I would say, the biggest strength of the Warden. The ability to harass economy. Unbelievable. Thank you, Request Fallen. He says humans should get a tier 3 upgrade that turns their peasants into mechanical robo peasants. You know, that sounds insane, but that sounds something like actually Blizzard could do with like Gnomragon and, you know, the goblins and the gnomes and whatever. It would be very valuable against that Warden. The AI taking over even in Warcraft. Exactly. Oh, Warden. Wait. Stormbolt? Wait. What? Okay, I think it doesn't matter in the end. There's no mining for CHAEMIKO anymore. It seems like Colorful is sometimes AFK in this game. In that moment and also at the start of the game.
A player's forces are under attack.
MK does have Cosmodan. Dude, he would have almost 2,000 HP with Cosmodan.
Town is under siege.
CHAEMIKO is still trying to win this. Wait, can he win this game? Wait. If he kills all the buildings, he would win in theory. Oh, Cyclone now. Can't use the TP for a little bit. Now he could though. TP out now. Oh, Pally's dead though! The Pally died in the end. Staff was ready on the MK, didn't use it. Oh, big mistake. Big hero losses for both players. Lots of buildings went down. The Ancients of Wind are fighting back. Oh, the Tree of Eternity didn't quite fall. Tree of Eternity stood up. Oh, this is the most important thing. Colorful can still mine from there. Colorful is heavily supply blocked, though he can't get the Warden back. But there's no mining for CHAEMIKO. This expo destroyed. This expo destroyed. And the one on the island also got destroyed. And the Pally is back. It's about base killing now. Building elimination. Oh my god, if CHAEMIKO wins this game. There's no way he should though, right? It's a big Night Elf army, but it's triple hero human. Dude, if he had mass teleport... By the way, why is the MK so much higher experience than the Archmage? Oh, because he got solo experience on the Warden kill, I guess. AM wasn't in range for the Warden kill. Imagine if the AM was level 6. I think then he would win. Maybe. I don't know, man. This is a crazy game. Panda level 8. What is happening in this game? CHAEMIKO, he might be broke, but he still can get value out of the staffs. He still has the triple staff. He sold some items, by the way. He sold the Periapt and the Medallion of Courage. 41 versus 65. Moonwells. Yeah, Moonwells are needed. With those 2 Moonwells finishing, he can get the Warden again. Okay, Colorful has to protect those Moonwells, and then it seems like he should be fine, finally. Okay, it's 1 bear for free. I am still far away from 6. Such a weird game. Tree of Life is going down, but we have a lot of Moonwells now. Where's the Warden? Where's the Warden? Where is she? If the tree dies, it's going to be supply blocked again. But the tree is nicely eating into the forest. And here's the ult again. Cosmodon for the first time. That gives plus 20 damage, plus 500 HP, and plus 5 armor and magic immunity. Trying to kill the bears first. But also breakers going down. Breakers that cannot be remade. Cyclone on the pally. No Holy Light at the moment. Bears are going down. This is certainly lifting the supply block for the Warden. So that's good news. Cyclone again. How much mana even is Cyclone on this guy? Is it 150? I don't even know. I am now getting pretty close to level 6, by the way. MK out of mana, getting kited by the Dryads. Panda back in normal form. Oh, he's gonna get one more Dryad. No, staff. Okay, ult over. Cosmodon over. At some point, the Pally runs out of mana, surely. At some point. That's the last Holy Light. He still has the staves already? Is that a bug? Divine Shield. Or is that invuln? No, that's Divine Shield. Where is the Warden, by the way? Oh! Stonebolt dodged! Stonebolt dodged! Breath of Fire! Oh, almost for the kill. Ooh. He wants to get that Dryad. He wants to get the level 6 so bad. Oh, Pally might be dead. Pally might be dead. Pally not dead yet. He's hoping for the proc. He's hoping for the Orb of Slow proc. No way, dude. What is going on? Hold that again. Where's the Warden, by the way? Bro, you got 1,300 gold. Where is the Warden? Dude, Colorful, if you lose that game, seriously. Divine Shield. He's almost got the next Holy Light. 1,200 gold on Colorful. I am now very close to 6. He's building the altar.
Forces are under attack.
Yeah, why didn't you just go for the tavern? There's a tavern. This is the longest res of all time. He's got so much gold. Mining again from 2 bases. Seems like nothing should go wrong here anymore. But now the MK's back. He fully healed. Panda should have the staff ready. Maybe. Maybe not. Archmage. 1 kill for level 6.
A player's forces are under attack.
He scans the expo. He sees the Warden coming back. He sees the Moonwells. He's making a second Hunter's Hall. What is this game, dude? This is it, right? Level 6? No, it's not! No, it's not! What the hell? 1 XP away! The Wisp, the Wisp. The Wisp would be enough. Stormbolt? He needs the Stormbolt. He needs the Stormbolt. Bro! He's not paying attention. That could have been level 6.
A player's forces are under attack.
49 minutes almost. Panda ult is ready again. The Warden is back. And her ult is also ready. Last bit of money. He's going for an Nimble Potion here, the Paladin. I said earlier how good Clap would have been, but now it's better to have Bash. Another Expo coming top left and up here. Colorful making sure he's got a backup.
Players' forces are under attack.
Warden is taking a lot of damage. Man, these bashes are actually not looking too bad. Colorful is taking a sweet time. Feeling no rush. Oh, anti-magic now in the Warden. In she goes. Final knives. Some good damage. And here's the Avatar. The human army now seems to be cornered. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, Fan of Knives. Huge damage. AM, very low HP immediately. Spell damage is enormous from the Night Elf. Now he's going for the AM next, it seems. He might get level 6 at the very end. No, he doesn't. MK now out of mana. No Stormbolt left anymore. And the Dryads can kite very well. Even against the Mountain King. Doesn't matter that he's magic immune. The slow poison still works. GG is called. And Colorful takes map 3 after 50 minutes. 50 minutes plus. The Warden and Colorful successful. Man. Kind of a crazy game. A couple of very weird things happened here as well. Colorful seemed to be a little distracted, to say the least, at some points. But that is now the lead for Colorful. 2-1. And now he's on match point.
Players' forces are under attack.
Where's that admin group? After this series, we're going to have Life versus Dice, followed by 1-0 versus Hazy. Oh, what do we got here? Second Ancient of War, okay. This is going to be a quick game, fellas. This should be a mass hunts play. But where is the Hunter's Hall? Level 2 MK, no problem. Claw is quite nice. Big mana for the Warden. Fantastic. She's going to be level 2 in a moment. There it is. He's not forgetting about the Hunter's Hall, is he? There it is. Okay. Ancient of War was made first. Hunter's Hall coming up next. Oh, if you could creep this camp with the Ancient of War, that would be crazy.
A player's forces are under
Warden
attack.
into the main base. And the peasants have reason to be afraid. Warden being annoying. Shadow Meld. No easy way to detect that right now. Actually, never mind. CHAEMIKO was anticipating this. Scouting with a footy. Ooh, if he saw
A player's
over
forces are under
here.
attack.
There's archers being made. No hunts yet. Warden used the big mana potion to get out, by the way. This also means you can heal better from the Moonwells. Telestaff. And he is gonna creep this camp with the 2 archers. Damn. This is cool. Does she have a staff? Yes, she
Players'
does.
forces are under attack.
Dude. This is a sick build. Peasant harass, and then backing off. Back home she goes, healing up. And then in a moment she can join the archers. Do the footies see the tech? I'm not sure that they do. MK's got the dust. 1 kill. How? Oh, I was about to say, how aware is CHAEMIKO? He is not aware. If you expect to get Huntress pushed, there's no way you're teching already. You would go heavy defense, right? Surely. He needs a shop. He needs towers. Yeah, this early tech might be very painful soon.
The town is under siege.
No towers in the main base yet, and no wall off either. The Warden gets in easily. MK now TPing home, but he's got no mana anymore. Gonna be a couple peasants going down for sure. And we got Wisps on the way. Wisps and Hunts. And I imagine it's gonna be APs coming up soon. Towers in both bases. Neither hero has boots so far, which I find shocking. Warden about to get level 3. Big level up right there. Good damage against the footies. Of course, the longer this goes, the better it is for CHAEMIKO. Colorful is on a timer here. The scout farm is supposed to scout the APs, but it might not be scouting well enough. They could be made here in the shadows. Oh, yep, I think that's in the shadows. I think now he knows. Yeah, now he knows for sure. Okay, CHAEMIKO knows. Can he stop it, however? If he runs in with the footies and militia, he's gonna get Phantom-knived. He could go for a counterattack. He could just go for the Tree of Life. And that seems to be where he's headed. More and more footies. Masonry upgrade, I love that. And I think the counterattack is smart. We got more Wisps moving out, more Hunts moving out. And the tower defense in the main base is looking pretty good. Okay, how many footies is this? 8 footmen plus MK. That should be enough to threaten this Tree of Life. Now workshop being made as well. Trying to get ready for mortar teams. Well, well, well. This is looking like an interesting game now indeed. Who's coming out for the repair, but that doesn't really work. Against MK and footies, that doesn't really work. Warden coming back home. She's trying to deal with the footies, but by herself, that's a tall order. This Tree of Life is gone. This Tree of Life is gone. There's not enough Wisps here anymore for the repair. CHAEMIKO with a smart play, realizing the weakness of the Night Elf back at home. And that is Tree of Life dead now. And level 3 for the MK. And GG. We had a long epic game on LT. This one rather short and sweet. 8 minutes. CHAEMIKO ties it up. Brings us to a tied series. Ring of Protection, that's a good start. And over here, CHAEMIKO, we have going for the Expo pull. Very nice. This pull makes it so that these Cobalt Geomancers don't use their ability. No slow on the human units. Makes this camp quite a bit easier to creep. But it still, you know, still does some decent damage. So there's going to be some HP lost on these peasants. Certainly an opening for the demon to get active. Ring of Regen. Nice item for the AM early game, but it's not as good as against Undead, because normally in this matchup in the early game, the AM is the last thing really that takes damage. It's more the peasants and the footies that do. Big last hit! Stolen! AM with the first! Exclamation mark. Item of course going to the demon. He's got gloves and mantle. Those aren't so great for him, but the ring of course is wonderful. And those other 2 items going to be really good for the Naga later. And now, I guess I have to eat my words. AM did take quite some damage, and now the Ring of Regen is nicely kicking in. And this is so nice for CHAEMIKO because the demon is hurt, has to fall back. No pressure on the peasants the whole time. This expo comes up so easy. No telestaff yet either, so still a good window where the peasants are absolutely safe. No arcane tower in the main base. Maybe the demon there can get active. He's got the boots. Circlet. Staff. Oh, here we go. Staffing in. But the footies saw it early. So CHAEMIKO can try to react quickly. There's going to be some peasants dying here for sure. 2 so far. CHAEMIKO known for his blocks and micro moves in the early game. Arcane Tower does finish, and the archers don't have a chance to cancel it. That's also big. AM taking more damage, but look at that Ring of Regen! Oh, the Ring of Regen! How could I ever doubt you, Ring of Regen? I apologize. Now the demon is extremely low HP. Look at that Archmage, look at that Archmage! He almost got the kill there, what was that? Like 15 HP or less. It almost feels like Colorful didn't anticipate the Ring of Regen and thought he was going to bring him down. And so, it was what? Only 2 peasant losses? AM now level 3, way ahead of the Demon Hunter. This is a really good position for CHAEMIKO. Low HP on the Archmage, but not for long. Again, he's healing with that Ring of Regen.
A player's forces are under attack.
Going for his own boots and staff. Of course, the human tech is a lot slower. Ooh, does he find the Tree of Life? Oh, he's so close to spotting it! So close to seeing it! Surely he must see. Yes, he does. It's an easy cancel. Mortal Elemental bringing in good damage.
Player's forces are under attack.
Is it an easy cancel? Well, it certainly is a cancel. With some more right clicks coming through. Footy also in the main base. Stressful moment for Colorful. There's fires seemingly everywhere. Ancient of War goes down. Oh, that's really bad. Perfect creep check timing for CHAEMIKO after a perfect start into the game. Huge lead now for the human. Not only was Colorful's expansion greatly delayed, but now also he leaves the game. Alright, I'm a Flow TV, so I can't see GG. He called GG. 6 minutes! CHAEMIKO with the perfect early game, the perfect item as well. Colorful will lose map 5 and the decider, and with that, CHAEMIKO is our second human in the top 6.